is my motto. Handle my problems, I ain't scared.
Yo, welcome back, Pacer Nation, Pacer Station fans everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Now today, I got a cool little video for y'all, something a little slight, you know what I'm talking about? But it's about a player on the Pacers that us as a complete fan base need to focus on a little bit more. We need to all give him a little bit more appreciation. I know a lot of Pacers fans on here probably talk about him more than anybody else on the team. Some Pacers fans feel he's the best player on the team. I personally think Domas is. But yeah, some Pacers fans think he leads us in points this year. You probably know who I'm talking about, the Human Torch, TJ motherfucking Warren. Now let me talk about TJ. I hope YouTube doesn't remove my account or something. I'm sorry, I don't know about any kind of YouTube rules. I'm very, very not up on game on those at the moment. Hopefully I can cuss. Who cares? But TJ Warren, one of the most underrated players in the league right now. Arguably, to me, the most underrated player in the league right now. Let me tell you why. Everybody, when they talk about this Pacers team, they talk about Vic and they talk about Domas. They talk about Vic, they talk about Domas. And part of me understands why. Yes, both Vic and Domas have been all-stars, and they are young stars that hopefully will lead us to, or be part of a championship team in the future. Vic might leave, who knows? Domas might get traded, who knows? I mean, who knows what the... if they trade Domas, I'm boycotting the team, but you know what I'm saying. TJ Warren, let's go back to his days at NC State. I specifically remember watching him play at NC State some. He was a McDonald's All-American in 2012. I'm a big Louisville fan, born in the city of Louisville, Kentucky. So, and we are in the ACC, so I remember watching us play against him. Loved watching him play. He was a first-team All-ACC in 2014. In 2013, he was an ACC All-Freshman. And he was the ACC Player of the Year in 2014, if anybody remembers. He was very, very big time, very big time. Being drafted, he got drafted by the Suns. 2014? 14th overall pick, a lottery pick. Went to Phoenix and played pretty well. I mean, a lot of people think that the Suns are a very incompetent organization for getting rid of him in the first place. He played with Phoenix from 2014 to 2019. Averaged around 14 points, I believe it was, while he was there. Something around that. Averaged around 14 points. I remember he averaged 19.7 in, 2017, 2018? Or 19.6 it was. He averaged 19.6 in the 2017-2018 season with Phoenix. Went on to average 18 points on the dot in 2018-2019. Then got traded to the Pacers, and as many of you all know, is averaging 18.7 himself this year. Shooting an outstanding 52%. And this is the norm of him. He's shooting a career 50% field goal percentage. Absolutely incredible, absolutely insane, especially as a guy who has a decently high volume. It's not like he's not shooting the ball. Around 14 attempts a game this year. 3-point percentage, 37 this year, not too crazy, but it was 42 last year, so it's technically getting worse, but earlier in his career is around the 20s, so a lot of people have no idea about TJ Warren in the league right now, and it's stunning. After he had a big beef this year with Jimmy Butler, most people probably know him by, a lot of people know him by, at least as far as just mainstream basketball fans who aren't specifically Pacers fans, but TJ Warren can do it all. He's the Human Torch for a reason. This kid gets on fire and he explodes. 6'8", 215, perfect size for a small forward, especially I feel like in the Pacers offense. We need someone who can do a little bit of everything, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. He's a great defender. Let's go look at his defensive stats. This year averaging a 1.1 steals per game, 0.4 blocks per game. That's blocking the blocks, but he's a small forward. Who cares? Who cares? 77% free throw percentage throughout his career. Pretty good free throw shooter. Just an all-around great player, an all-around solid. Well, I wouldn't say great, but I'd say top 40. I'd say TJ Warren's a top 40 player in the league, and he's only rising, right? Played in Phoenix all those years, was very undervalued there, but he started off his career averaging 6.1 as a freshman, left averaging 18 points on the dot before coming to Indiana, and now with Vic and Domas potentially not playing at the beginning of the restart, we're going to see a lot more TJ Warren. He's been shining here recently, as a lot of people have been seeing in the scrimmages, playing like TJ mother freaking Warren. I ain't going to say it a second time, but TJ mother freaking Warren, just playing as he usually does, scoring in all ways, scoring in all facets. Could not wait to see us play the Miami Heat. You hear that, Jimmy? TJ Warren is coming. TJ Warren is coming in hot with that middle finger blazing, boy. He's coming in hot with that middle finger blazing, let me tell you. We played the Heat twice at the end of the season. Cannot wait to tap that ass. You know what I'm saying? I hope Jimmy Butler sees this video. He probably won't, because I'm nothing compared to where he's at in social status. And he's in a whole different tax bracket. So, you know, this is not worth his time. It's not worth his attention. But still, if you hear me, you know what I'm talking about. Pacer Nation, stand up. Cannot wait to see the season start. What day is it? Today's the 29th. Tomorrow the season starts. Cannot wait for the season to start tomorrow. I guess today y'all might be watching this the next day. I don't know. But, yeah, TJ Warren, keep an eye out on him and what he does in the playoffs. He hasn't had the chance to prove what he can do in the playoffs because he's been on the Suns his whole career. He's about to be possibly the main scorer on a team. Well, he already does lead us in points, so I'll say arguably the main scorer for an Indiana team that's already 5th in the conference and had a pretty great little series of scrimmages to start this little stint in Orlando. Keep an eye out on TJ Warren. Keep an eye on him. Jimmy, if you're watching this. Yeah. You know. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook if you haven't yet. Much more bigger and better pages content to come. Just wanted to get on here just because I don't bring up TJ Warren a lot, just like a lot of people don't, you know. He can be considered boring to some people. Some idiots even consider Paul George boring, you know, because he's on the bench. He was an exciting player. But, you know, there's some unpopular opinions out there. And but it's not an unpopular opinion to say TJ Warren plays, to some people, uninteresting basketball at times. But it's really just, if you're a Pacers fan, I love watching this kid play. He's a freaking monster. I love it. Anybody should love to have TJ Warren on the team, and I feel like Suns fans are kind of pissed that he's not, and that Josh Jackson is. I don't know if Josh Jackson is. Whatever. But, you know, TJ Warren, number 1. The small forward. Just saw he dropped 20 the other day. I forgot what scrimmage it was. He might be dropping 20 all over the place now. I just don't see it. Who knows? Pacer Nation, we are so up. Let's go. Let's be hyped. Let's support our team entering the main games, the games that count here in Orlando. Hopefully we'll see a lot of Brogdon, a lot of Warren action. Hopefully we'll see a lot of Sabonis and a lot of Vic action, but of course nothing's guaranteed at this point. Especially in this league, absolutely nothing is guaranteed. We don't even know if we'll get through the whole season. But let's not put that energy into the air. Fuck it. Go Pacers. Let's go. Bring the heat, Jakar Sampson. Bring the heat, Alize Johnson. Bring the heat, TJ McConnell. Bring the heat, everybody that is going to be playing. Bring the heat, Doug McDermott. Bring the heat, Malcolm Brogdon. Bring the heat, walking human bucket of torch, TJ Warren. Let's bring it to these guys, boys. Let's bring it to them. Especially Jimmy, we coming. Had to say it one more time. Love y'all. Pacer Station, Pacer Nation, we up. Deuces.